6ix9ine is a very unique individual. I've been interested in 6ix9ine ever since he came out, and I seen that video when he's in Brooklyn with all bunch of dudes standing around him with red flags on. I'm like, who is this? Who is this dude? Like, what is this, King Blood? I thought he was like the biggest OG on the block. But you know what made me really, really like 6ix9ine? Is not just the videos and the fat booties that be having, the Dominican booties and the Puerto Rican booties he got in the videos, but it's actually 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, he has a polarizing personality. He has a personality that it don't matter if you like him, you hate him. One thing you're gonna do is watch him. And that's why he's 6ix9ine. So we're gonna react to 6ix9ine on the Fresh and Fit show, and it's an interesting interview. Check it out.
Vibes.
So we got covered this because this has been going on for quite some time. They call you a rap bro. Now, when that happened to you in the industry, what happened that we
Damn, Fresh, you could at least like start the interview off slowly and talk about, his mom, his grandma, the kids. He just went straight to like, yo, when you first started your career, you was doing well at it, but they did call you a rat.
didn't see? For example, obviously, people shun you. They said, when I'm fucking with 6ix9ine, he's a rat, whatever. But what happened behind the scenes when they called you a rat?
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. I felt like, what's the color of my skin?
Brown?
Yeah,
White?
what would you say?
Hispanic?
Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
I'm in a rap.
Wait a minute. I didn't know the color of her skin is Hispanic. Yo, what are these dudes talking about? They said a color. Hispanic don't have a color. Hispanic is actually not even a race. Y'all don't know that? Hispanic are a group of people who Spaniards colonized, who are a mixture of Africans, European Spaniards, and a very, very small percent of Indians, because the Europeans, when they went to those islands, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Cuba, they killed thousands of the natives. So majority of Hispanic blood is actually a lot of African and Spaniard DNA.
Game dominated by what? Hip hop.
Niggas.
So my thing is like, you know what I mean? I feel like when they said, "Oh, this kid is Latino, he's Spanish," he's dominating our game.
Yo, just to let y'all know, a Spanish person is from Europe. Yo, a lot of people don't even know their own culture. They don't even know the definitions of things. Spanish people, that's why in New York you have the Spanish Day Parade and you have the Latin Day Parade or the Hispanic Day Parade, because Hispanics are a descendants of slaves. There will be no Spaniards. I mean, there would be no Hispanics, like nicks, like nigger, like nicks, Hispanics. There will be none if it wasn't for the slave trade.
He's the face of rap, right? When they seen Gummo, Kuda, Kiki, Billy, Gotti, Tati, Fifi, Bebe, then they were like, when they seen that Bebe, they was like, oh my God. He just gave us back to back Billboard. Then he just crossed over genres and went Latin.
Yeah.
Don DeMarco. You know what I mean? Like, but listen, I'm gonna answer your question, but let me just.
He's not lying. The black Americans, they hate people infiltrating what they think is theirs. Black people they hate other people that they think is not them, like black Americans. We're not talking like there's different type of black. black. It's different types of us, Even though I don't like using the word black, I hate it, but that's what y'all understand. So that's what I'm gonna use. It's different, You got Caribbean black, you got Indian black, it's so many versions of us. But I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those black Americans in the ghettos. They hate when another person or group of people that they think that's not them taking over their culture. They can't stand it. When half of the culture is not even owned by them. Financial wise.
Just give you some context.
Got you.
They seen all of that, right? And they were like, yo, damn, this kid is polarizing. There's nothing in this world bigger than 6ix9ine. You can't open up your phone without seeing 6ix9ine.
Mm-hmm.
And he's funny, and he does skits, and he's entertaining. We already don't like him. Have you ever seen a 6ix9ine at a Rolling Loud?
No,
Right?
never.
But I'm the most biggest artist in the world. I have multi-platinum records.
Yeah, that don't make any sense to me. That don't make any sense to me. How you not gonna have 6ix9ine at the Rolling Loud when he's the loudest one? He's the loudest one on social media, but you're not gonna have him? Tell you, man, crabs in a bucket. Crabs in a bucket.
When you say, oh, yo, you known for all your gimmicks. You known for all your trolling. So y'all not saying the Gummo 6 times platinum? Y'all not saying Fifi is 8 times platinum? Y'all not saying Kuda's 3 times platinum? Y'all not saying Billy is 3 times platinum? Y'all not saying Kiki is 2 times platinum? Y'all not saying Tati is platinum? Y'all not saying Bebe is 3 times platinum? Right? Y'all not saying Stupid is 2 times platinum? Stupid. Give me that Don DeMarco. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like we already don't like this nigga.
Yo, I didn't even know I didn't even know all that was platinum, to be honest with y'all. I mean, I'm not academics. I'm not like researching, who sold the most or who make the most. Academics, he's a pocket watcher. But ain't nothing wrong with that. I watch pockets too every once in a while. I want to know what's going on in your pocket.
Hate him. But now we need an excuse.
And they blackballed you too, didn't they?
Now we need an excuse.
And they got it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it. They got it, but he gave it to them. He gave it to them. But he did what he had to do, man. Who want to do decades in prison, man? Especially after somebody done plugged your girl.
So before the rat and shit, right? Before the rat and shit was like, fuck 6ix9ine. Oh my God, I hate him. I hate him. But we can't get people to agree with us, to hate him too, with us. So when the rat and shit is like, right, everybody let's lean to this. Why 6ix9ine was never at a Rolling Loud? Why 6ix9ine always had haters? Because I dominated a game I wasn't supposed to dominate.
You're on top.
Know what I mean? And then when I got locked up, right? I used to sit in the day room. The day room is like where they have the TVs, the phones, right, for prisoners. And I used to watch, the TV and they're like,
Yo, he explained the day room so educated, right? Yo, I never had somebody explain the day room so eloquently, like the jail day room. He said, yeah, it's a place where, the prisoners go and they relax. And sometimes we could, dip our toes in some salt water. And they got a little spa over there too, all on the American tax dollar.
6ix9ine career is over. And he won't even have, he won't have success no more. He told on all these bloods, blah, 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 right? Spreading their narrative, right?
Yep.
They say he's done. I come home April 2nd, May 8th. On my birthday, I released the first song post Rattin'. Gooba breaks every record in hip hop.
IG Live broke 1 million.
Broke 2 million.
Yeah.
Don DeMarco
at the time.
So, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I broke records. I went #1 after that. So everything they said that I couldn't do, I did. Then it was like, damn, even after Rattin', right? This kid is still on top.
Can you be honest though, 6ix9ine? Well, Danny, if I'm
that's my answer to your question.
Yeah.
What your question was
He explained that well. He explained that very well. He making us understand the psychology of what happened, of the whole situation. And what happened to him, I personally, I think it's foul. I think it's foul because if you go in every ghetto, every hood, there's a snitch. There is always a snitch. And a snitch is somebody who's part of the organization and decided to tell on nobody. A snitch is not an innocent person. It's not part of your organization making money and part of kidnapping and killing. And they snitching. They trying to get you away from them. They trying to have a normal life and raise a normal family.
Let's talk about the shit we didn't see and why
Behind the scenes.
people
And
did that.
them calling you a snitch. Why they called you a snitch?
Right? So
why they jumped on it so hard?
Yeah, they jumped in it so hard because they were like, we have no, we can't stop him.
Yeah.
It's impossible. And I'm just giving you all the facts. If I'm lying, be like, yo, well, Danny,
no,
we can pull it up.
I think that's an irrefutable fact because at the time, right, you were blackballed. People didn't want to, people were trying to keep you out of certain situations.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Before the rat and shit, right? And these are facts, bro. Y'all could really be like, yo, 6ix9ine, you full of shit. Be the first podcast to do that. Be the first podcast, right? Bro, we here.
Yo, this not funny, man. Yo, he funny. Yo, this is a funny little dude, son. He's like one of those dudes that you be like, you go out with him and you hang out. It's like a fun night. Like, it's probably no girls around. We probably didn't even meet the girls yet. But we just chilling with 6ix9ine, bugging out, and just having a good time, making jokes and living life. He just seemed like that type of dude that, you definitely might get divorced from your wife messing with him.
On some good vibes. I love some Charlie Kirk shit debate. I love that. Nah, real shit. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
How dare you?
You know what I mean?
You feel me? Me too, 6ix9ine. That's what I be saying, 6ix9ine. Listen, these liberals are crazy. They crazy. That's why I try not to even tell nobody even what state I'm in, but I made a mistake and did that 2 times already. I made a mistake and do it 2 times. I'm not trying to be like Charlie Kirk, man. I'm trying to live. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, no.
I love that. So my thing is, let's be the first podcast to try to debate that, right? Now listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
So after the rat and shit, right? And they was like, damn, he's so big. How can we control him? It's no way. It's like he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We just can't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the song "Stupid"?
Yeah.
When I'm just like, fuck that nigga, nigga Ebro, he a bitch. Just another old nigga on a young nigga dick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
That nigga's a hater.
Yeah, he dissed Ebro. If y'all don't know, Ebro is part of what they call Hot 97. And he's like one of the big dogs in Hot 97. And he been there for many, many years. So, I mean, if he don't like you, who's to say he's like, yo, don't nobody plays 6ix9ine in this radio station. Nobody plays 6ix9ine. Who knows? But let's see what 6ix9ine got to say about that.
He is.
So my thing,
Old ass nigga.
who's the head of Apple?
And he's a liberal. Fuck him.
Who's the head of Apple?
Right now,
It was Larry Jackson, but who's leading it right now for hip hop?
the head of Apple? I don't know.
No, of music, Apple Music.
Oh shit, I don't know.
We talking about the hater right now.
Oh, it is Ebro.
It is Ebro.
Oh, I thought he was
He
just Hot
is?
97.
No. So
I didn't know that.
So these is facts right now. You know what I
didn't
mean?
know
I'm
that.
giving you facts. So even before ratting, I was already blackballed. So give me a Don DeMarco.
Oh, okay.
Give me a Don DeMarco. And these is facts. Look, hear me what I'm telling you.
I thought he was just Hot 97, bro.
So before ratting,
Yo, Ebro is the head of Apple Music? Wow. I didn't even know that. They picked that dude to be the head of Apple Music? You telling me Ebro making money like that? Nah, I gotta pocket watch this dude, man. I might have to do a video on Ebro one of these days.
was 6ix9ine blackballed?
100% then.
100%. So now let's talk about it. So they're like, how can we control this man? He's dissing the head of Apple, still fucking dominated game. He's fucking. We can't control him. Anything that happens, he's just coming out with. They needed an excuse. They needed one, a big one, right? And the hip hop unwritten rule is don't snitch, right? But let's talk about all the, like just what it is. The niggas who's not Spanish, black niggas that snitch, right? Snoop Dogg, Gunna, Young Thug, right? 50 Cent with Supreme Team, Irv Gotti. This shit that the streets, that a little white person in fucking in Cleveland, Wyoming, North Dakota, they're like, damn, we're not gonna take 5 minutes, 10 minutes time to investigate or dig into the thing. We're just here for the music.
Right.
But the streets know. Like right now, if this gets clipped and then the street niggas in Brooklyn, street niggas in Queens, street niggas all around the world, like we heard about the Irv Gotti Supreme Team 50 Cent shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a whole video. Remember when I first came home and shook.
Oh, 6ix9ine, you talking way too much now. You talking, please, yo, leave 50 Cent alone. Leave 50 Cent alone. 50 Cent will mess around and do a whole movie on you. And it will be all bad. Leave that man alone, man. 50 Cent, he just trying to make, content, with Showtime, and, he got a studio in Louisiana. 50 Cent doing it big, y'all. Y'all didn't know? 6ix9ine, man. Word of advice, man. Leave him alone, man. And live your life, man. Next episode coming soon. Y'all like and subscribe. And we're going to dig into this a little bit more. But that's 6ix9ine and his little backstory of why they called him a rat. But he's right. He's right.